la tarde de hoy.
Can you see it? The worst is over. The monsters in my head are scared of love. Falling people, listen up. It's never too late to change our love. So don't let them steal your life. Don't let them break your stride. There's light on the other side. You'll see all the raindrops falling behind. It's a revolution, and we'll make it out tonight. It's a revolution. It's a revolution. It's a revolution. It's a revolution. Got me falling right back.
Listo, listo, listo. Ya lo tenemos aquí en sala, familia, ya lo tenemos en sala. Pongamos muchos cinco en el chat. Vamos a ver, pongamos muchos cinco en el chat. En este momento vamos a llenar la sala, vamos a reventar la sala. Buenísimo, buenísimo. Welcome, Julian. All right, bro. Let me just give you the panelist. Super, gente, ya lo tenemos aquí en sala, al señor Julian Kushner. Así que vamos a reventar ese chat. Welcome, brother. Welcome, Julian. Welcome to this session. Super grateful to have you here. Bro, we're going to be having simultaneous translation, so you can just speak and we'll be translating. Así que, familia, vamos a tener traducción automática. Nada más váyanse al Zoom y le ponen el idioma español para los que quieren escuchar en español. Are you there, bro?
I'm here. Can you hear me? Can you see
Welcome.
me?
We can see you. We can hear you, bro.
This is
Welcome.
great. So you don't even need to translate me. I
Yeah,
can just go.
yeah. We'll have in Spanish channel, and you just can go.
This is fantastic. I appreciate you. I appreciate everybody on this call. I appreciate, Juan Diego, and I am very excited to be here with you guys. Really on an in-depth training. Type fire emojis in the chat if you really want in-depth training on becoming, a seven-figure, entrepreneur, right? Becoming a seven-figure leader, and becoming somebody that creates impact, right? Let me see some energia in the chat. This is great. This is great. This is great. This is great. On Saturday, you guys could be anywhere. I mean, I could be, check this out. We could be on a boat, right? We could be on a boat over here. Wait, where is this? Over here. Could be on boats in the water, but instead we're working, we're working, we're working, we're working, we're doing calls, doing calls, doing calls. And even today, after 13 years in the industry, I have 5, 6 calls today, and it is nonstop, right? So The question I want to ask you and start this call off with is, how uncomfortable are you willing to get now? How uncomfortable are you willing to get now? I have this quote or saying that get uncomfortable now and live the rest of your life comfortably. If you stay comfortable now, the rest of your life is going to be uncomfortable. If you stay comfortable now, the rest of your life is going to be uncomfortable. Many people are not willing to do what's uncomfortable. They're not willing to put in the work. They're not willing to, do something a little bit different. Everybody, I mean, think about it. What is the feeling that you have when you get in bed, right? Or you get a hug from somebody? It's a comfortable thing. You get a hug of comfort. You're in bed, you're sleeping, the blankets are over you, you're comfortable, you're in bed, right? You're relaxed, right? And it's like, think about that feeling that you get. And most people live in that feeling consistently their entire life. And if you can rearrange or recondition your mindset to constantly be out of your comfort zone, like Oscar is, like Juan Diego is, like Alex Morton, like myself, like Jonathan Lopez, right? Like some of the top leaders in this company or the top entrepreneurs and business people in the world, watch how your life changes. Entrepreneurs and people that make seven figures and people who see massive success, 99% of the time, it's not luck, it's energy, it's frequency, it's awareness, it's being overwhelmed, it's being consumed every single day, every single day, every single day. I'm going to tell you all something. I truly feel that anything that I do is limitless, right? Meaning that anyone I want to contact, anyone I want to talk to, anyone I want to network with, anyone I want to reach out to, any business I want to start, anything that I want to learn, it's limitless. And let me share something with you. In business and in success, for me personally, I get overwhelmed by what I need to do. I get overwhelmed by who I need to connect with. I get overwhelmed by opportunity. I get overwhelmed by timing and positioning, right? Like you guys should all be overwhelmed by timing and positioning with Juan Diego, Oscar, Alex Moore, and myself, Jonathan, and exactly where we're at in GFU and in this business and in launching, right? But overall, as entrepreneurs and seven-figure and eight-figure entrepreneurs, it's about being constantly overwhelmed every single day. Do you feel in your body right now like this drive and this fire and the energy and the excitement? Or are you kind of just like, I'll figure it out. I'll trade when I want to. I'll do a call when I want to. I'll set up a meeting when I want to. I'm a little bit uncomfortable. It's a new thing for me. It's a new habit. It's a new skill set. I don't know what people are going to think of me. I don't know what people are going to say. I don't know how they're going to react. Or is it like, I need to do this no matter what? I need to get this done no matter what. Fear of loss, right? Listen, going back to that video that you guys saw, I tuned into this call and you guys were probably watching the video, kind of my story. And I remember knocking on doors and being on conference calls and knocking on doors. I would knock on doors for sales from the morning to when it got dark to when I couldn't even see anymore. And people were like, why are you still knocking on our door? Like we're trying to eat dinner inside. Right. And I couldn't stop. When I got so laser focused on something, I just couldn't stop. I was obsessed. When I was on, so I was on phone calls, phone calls, phone calls, phone calls. And I think at 17 or 18 years old before I really had my big boost in network marketing. And I'm 32 years old right now. But I remember being on these calls at this call center and I was, commission wise, one of the highest paid sales reps right? And I remember just dialing. It was like a game for me. Like I couldn't stop. Other people again got tired. I couldn't stop. My big run from $0 a month to $50,000 a month, from really 18 and a half to 19, right? When I was 19 years old, like that run was around the clock obsession. Calls, meetings, calls, meetings, marketing, videos, content, around the clock. So let me ask you guys hear this on this call, the rank, 200 a month, and presidential diamond, and seven-figure mentorship and all that. Are you willing to do what it takes? Are you willing to be obsessed? Are you willing to be obsessed with trading? Are you willing to be obsessed with digital entrepreneurship? Are you willing to be obsessed with calls? Are you willing to be obsessed with generating new leads and reaching out to people, right? And making relationships with people and going on Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, YouTube. I mean, what I'll tell you what is like I have an obsession, right? And so let me kind of expose myself. When I was younger, I got arrested, I got a DUI, I got possession charges. Anything bad that could happen to somebody happened to me, but I was obsessed with doing things that were doing no good for me. Like I was obsessed with doing these things, partying and being in the wrong environments. I was obsessed with that, right? And that's why so much happened to me. That's why when someone says, "Oh, I got underage charge," or "I got maybe driving under the influence," or "I got fired from a job," or "I got kicked out of college," or maybe one thing happened, I took everything to an extreme. I took everything to an extreme. So when I transitioned that same energy into business and I took everything to an extreme, my business also went to the next levels, right? Because I was transitioning this energy that was going into nothing productive, no success, no business, nothing that moved me forward. And I was transitioning that energy into an industry, network marketing, into business, into relationships, into networking that was providing me results. So I want to ask you all a question here on this call. Where is your energy going and flowing? Where is your energy going? Where are you putting your time and energy? And if it's not going into the right places, you need to rechannel that energy into the right places. If it's going into the wrong places, channel that energy into the right places in this business. Just rechanneling the energy into this business, into your team, into the network. Now, let me give you guys an example of energy, right? And passion. And so we were just in Italy and we were touring, and soccer, right? Football is a big thing out there. And some of these people on these teams in Italy, they come off from the stadium and Juventus played, or whatever the team's name is, and they're colored with the team. They have the jersey, they have face paint, they know all the players. They're like, you can see their passion level for this team, for this sports team, and almost to the point that they're willing to fight another team, fight supporters of another team because they believe so much in their team. They believe so much in their sports team. They're willing to fight another supporter of another team because of that passion level. And they're wearing face paint and guess what? They're paying to be involved. They're paying to go watch that sports game. The sports team's not paying them to show up and be excited. The sports team's not paying them to come and be passionate, right? They're literally paying to get excited for somebody else's success and somebody else's team and somebody else's future. And I thought to myself, and I said, what if more people in business could operate, and network marketing could operate like this, right? Where instead of knowing all the stats about the players and the team and getting so excited about somebody else's results and success, you could truly like harness that power and vision in your success. And you could get so excited and passionate that people follow you, people buy into you, people buy into your vision, People buy into, what you want. People buy into the team, right? And exactly what you guys have going on. And so I want to tell you all, when you're able to operate with that level of passion, excitement, even before the big ranks and big success, you are going to see massive results. Before I had success in a rank or a title, people thought that I earned six figures a month in the industry. The way I held myself, the way I talked, the way I acted, right? The way I presented, right? But it wasn't the money. It wasn't the title. It was just truly getting obsessed with the responsibility and the job at hand. It was truly getting obsessed with the responsibility and tasks that I had in front of me. And so I want to challenge everybody on this call. If you can harness that energy and reciprocate it into your team and business, watch what happens. Watch what happens to your results. Watch what happens to your success. Watch what happens to your income. Watch what happens to your results if you're able to do that. But again, most people don't operate with a level of passion and enthusiasm for business, for their life, for health, or really for anything. They're very unpassionate about a lot of things in their life. And big success is when you become overwhelmingly consumed, where you almost have, and let me tell you all this, you almost have like an anxiety. Like I had an anxiety for what I wanted, right? Like I looked at my favorite car, or I walked and saw houses in a neighborhood, right? I sat behind the wheel of a Ferrari. I said, I need this. No matter what, I am going to accomplish this. I smell the leather. I feel the steering wheel. I can see myself driving or walking in a house or living in this condo. I mean, years ago in 2013, I drove, where is this street? I drove this street right here, right? I drove this street right here and I looked up I looked up at the condos and I said, I wonder who can actually live up there. I wonder what do they do for a living? I wonder how they think. I wonder their energy levels. I mean, they must be operating differently because I'm living in somebody else's third bedroom that I rented them for a couple $100s a month. And these people are living, with this view, right? Seeing over everything. I mean, they're like, I felt like I was like, they're living like in the sky, right? And that's kind of like what I thought in my head. And it was amazing. But I was like, their energy levels must be different. They must do something different. And I told myself, I said, I need to get to that point. I need to put myself in that position. I need to engage myself and get overwhelmed so I make this my reality. What I see in here eventually becomes my reality. What I envision in here eventually manifests every single day. And I thought about it so much. I thought about it, thought about it, thought about it. I was overwhelmed, consumed, almost to the point that it needs to fill your body. Ladies and gentlemen on this call, the feeling needs to fill your body, right? You will never, you will never see a breakthrough in your life unless unless you can really have something shift, an emotion shift, an energy shift, a vision shift. You get sick and tired of being sick and tired. You like for me, when the boss fired me from that job at the call center, when the boss said, you got to wait for your commissions, and if you're not happy with it, the exit's right there, the door's right there. And when they told me that, I still remember to this day how I felt, where it was like something inside of me snapped. I said, no more. And an overwhelming feeling came upon my body where it was like, I need to stop making excuses. I need to stop playing games. I need to stop taking this with a part-time effort. I need to stop, taking other people's advice, right? And making it my own reality. And I need to get overwhelmingly excited. I need to get crazy. The crazy ones are the successful people. The crazy ones in this world are the people that see success. People are so scared to get a little bit out of their box, what people are going to think of them. But honestly, sometimes you have to get a little bit crazy, right? You have to get a little bit out of the matrix or out of your comfort zone or what society's told you that you need, how you need to operate. Society's told us you need to do this, do this, do this, do this. And when you do this, you can get this, right? No, you need to mix things up, right? So I'm going to tell you guys, and with all that being said, leading into skill sets, everything that you want to do in this business, you can do. Like all the skill sets that you're taught by Juan Diego, by Alex, by Oscar, by Jonathan Lopez, by us, the presenting, the training, all these things you can learn if you're overwhelmingly excited. The trading, right? And learning the markets, learning the skill set of trading. You can learn if you're overwhelmingly excited to say, I'm going to do this no matter what it takes. I'm going to lock in so hard that there could be distractions here, distractions all around me. I'm going to focus so hard that you can't tell me that I can't become successful. You can't tell me that this is not going to work out. You can't tell me that I'm in the wrong industry. You can't tell me that I'm wasting my time. And I guess once you have that feeling and that emotion and that drive and that overwhelming feeling in you, ladies and gentlemen, it is game over. It is game over. It is game over. You can achieve anything that you want. You are limitless on the charts. You're limitless in the business. You're hitting ranks you've never hit before. You're manifesting things in your reality that you've never experienced, whether it's cars, houses, your reality, trips, travel, giving to your parents, giving back, whatever you want to do with this overwhelming feeling of success, it's undoubtedly going to happen. It's not a matter of if, it's not a matter of if, it is when. Again, it is not a matter of if, it is when. And so most people, what 99% of people do or 97% of people do is they work on something, they get very excited, very excited. They work a little bit. This person's not joining. This person doesn't support me. This person says it's not worth me putting my time in. Then they slow down. I'm gonna keep working, but sometimes, because it's convenient for me. And they keep working, and then they're like, I'm not getting anywhere. I'm not seeing any results. Then it becomes like every so often they show up for a call. Every so often they're engaged. Every so often they're trading. They're in like this level of disbelief, right? And then the majority of people are out. They hit a brick wall. You know what? This is not for me. You know what? This industry is not for me. You know what? Trading's not for me. You know what? Entrepreneurship's too hard. I just want to cuddle up and I just want to be comfortable and I just want things given to me. Most people live in that mentality. They want to apply for a job and get a job. They want to apply for a job and they want to be given money or given a job, right? They still got to work at the job or do a task or do something at that job, but they want to apply. Most people are not willing to build something before they get paid. Most people are not willing to put in the work before the results. Most people are not willing to put in the time and energy into something to build a skill set to then build something that nobody can take away from them. Ladies and gentlemen, that is another driving force for me, is building something that nobody could take away from you. Building something that nobody can strip from you and say, you know what, we're just going to take that. I have a lot of friends that work for corporate America that after many years of working in a job, they got fired and they said, you know what? Somebody came in and replaced you, right? Somebody came in and replaced you. I was watching this video or this movie on Netflix yesterday with my girlfriend. It's very interesting. You guys should watch it. Just like it was kind of It was kind of hilarious, and it was called, what is this movie? It was called, you know what? I'm going to tell Oscar and Juan Diego, but it's a movie about artificial intelligence and robots literally taking over. There was like a big war between AI, between robots and people, and the robots like revolted. And it was just funny because I'm not saying it's going to get that crazy, but you could see robots doing people's tasks. And in the beginning of that video, they said, robots just kept on doing the tasks without getting tired 24 hours a day, 24 hours a day. And we're going to see that. We're going to see that. I mean, ladies and gentlemen, look at this. I know, Juan Diego has like an AI company as well and does some stuff in that, and he can tell you as well, right? Better than most. But I was driving yesterday. I was driving on the street, and you guys see this, and I want to show you guys this, right? This little AI, this little robot is bringing people their food, bringing people their comida, bringing people their drink, right? And replacing drivers. So these people that are like not working a job, then they want to do Uber, which is fine. And then some of the Uber drivers are being replaced by self-driving cars. And so I truly believe, ladies and gentlemen, I believe that people are being replaced, and people need a plan B. And we have the best opportunity for them. We have the best opportunity to learn digital skill sets. We have the best opportunity to make money online. We have the best opportunity to work with great leaders. We have best opportunity to work with mentors and work with a community and work with a system. And as more and more people over the next 1, 2, 5, 10 years get fired or get replaced or something happens, guess what? We have an opportunity for them. We have a skill set to help them. We have a community and system to engage them in. And I think that is why we are so excited, right? So with that being said, I don't want to take up much more of your guys' time. Oscar, I don't know if you want to, I don't know if there's any questions or anyone has any questions specifically, or I can answer 1 or 2 questions before we jump off, or anything that else you want me to touch upon. But I really want everyone on this call to hit director and above, to hit these ranks, to become an entrepreneur, to become a successful investor. And we're all here to support and help you guys channel the energy that you guys have, because everybody has, like Alex even says, we're all God's highest form of creation. We all deserve the most. We got to channel our energy into the best activities and procedures and methods of operation, right? So Oscar, if you have any questions, anybody on this call has any questions, I'm happy to answer 1 or 2 before I hop off here. But yeah, let's rock.
All right, bro. Yeah, let me check if we've got some question. Okay, we have one over there in the chat. It says, "What was your fear when you started on the business?" La pregunta es, ¿cuál es?
What was my fear when I started in the business? It was what my parents or family would think of me, their opinion. And I saw that opinion at a Christmas dinner, and everybody says, "Are you still doing that thing? Are you still doing that pyramid thing?" I said, "Yes, I'm still doing that thing." And that's it. I just smiled. I said, "Yeah, that's Merry Christmas." I'm still doing that thing. But that was my biggest fear, is people not supporting and what people would think or say behind my back when I wasn't there.
Amazing, bro. Amazing. We got 2 more. We got how do you get yourself fired up? But I think that you already talk about this a lot, right? But this is a good one.
Overwhelming passion, overwhelming. How do you get yourself fired up? You just look at opportunity and you internalize it. You don't wait for anyone to motivate you and excite you. You guys are all motivated here, but you just get up and you say, "You know what? I'm gonna freaking do this. I'm gonna hit my goals. I'm gonna reach the levels of success that I need to reach. I am going to do this." And you fire yourself up, right? You get fired, right? Get fired up, or fire yourself. Get fired up and get excited with the opportunity in front of you. And most people, and I'm telling you why I got up and just did the whole thing right there, is like most people are never going to have that energy inside of them. Who right now, out of all these people on the call, feels like this overwhelming passion, like, I need to hit director. I need to learn trading. I need to learn the skill set. I need to help people, right? I need to help my team. Most people are not willing to get that excited about something, right? And that's why most people are never going to see the results that they want to see, right? So that's how I get excited. I internalize. It's not even about the money or the success. I was the same way I am right now than I was 13 years ago. The energy became financial energy. The energy that I possess became financial and lifestyle energy. That's it. That's it. So get fired up or fire yourself. You know what I mean?
All right, bro. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for that. I don't know if you have just 1 minute more. Someone asked if for your first year, someone that is starting, what actions would you do on your first year in network marketing?
The actions for the first year in network marketing would be recruiting and sorting leaders, doing meetings nonstop, finding people who are serious and finding people who are curious, right? And not having to motivate unmotivated people, knowing that I'm going to work with people who want to work. If you do not want to work, tell me right now. If I'm on a phone call with somebody and they're on my team and they're not active, listen, I just spoke to Kyle Copeland and Alex Morton and or whatever, right? I was just on this call with Julian and Oscar, and I want to ask you right now, if you're not excited, if you're not going to commit to these calls, just let me know right now. Don't waste my time or yours, right? And just being very honest, finding people who are committed and not having to motivate unmotivated people, because you know what I realized is there's a lot of people in this world and unmotivated people are replaceable. I would rather continue learning marketing strategies, learning social media marketing, Facebook ads, Instagram ads, TikTok, doing YouTube videos, doing content, attracting the right people instead of begging the wrong people. I would rather be focused on attracting the right people instead of trying to keep in the wrong people. So the first year is extremely important. Some people see success in a massive way. Some people it takes a lot longer. But I would say to compress time frames and do as much as you possibly can, meetings, calls, events, create your culture, create your team, find out who your movers and shakers are, and get together with these people and move forward together, right? Energy can sometimes move forward faster when you start to have people around you and team partners that all think the same way.
All right, brother. Thank you very much. I think that's going to be all for us. Mi gente, muchísimas gracias a Julian Kushner. Vamos a reventar el chat. Tremenda sesión. I don't know how much is worth your 1 hour of your time, but I want to let people know that it's so valuable to have you here, bro. Thanks for your time. Thanks for your leadership.
No, the last thing I'm going to say to everyone, and I appreciate it,
Sure.
Oscar, is
Lo último que
guys,
les voy a decir.
truly on this call, commit to Oscar, to Juan Diego. There's a lot of people in here and a lot of energy in here. And I'm just saying it's worth it. It's not easy, but it is worth it. And it's worth everyone making that commitment now, because you're gonna tell Oscar, myself, Juan Diego, Alex, 6 months, a year from now, 2 years from now, thank you, right? You're gonna be like, thank you for having us make the commitment, because everything changed. And you're not even gonna just thank us, you're gonna thank yourself. Thank yourself for making that commitment, because your reality changes. As I was stuck in this little room back in the day, my reality changed. I'm just showing you my views change, right? My views, my reality, what I saw, what I'm experienced changed, because inside changed first and then action changed second. My vision changed first and then my actions changed second. So I know everybody on this call, commit And I'm gonna stop talking. I'm gonna let you guys enjoy your Saturday. Hopefully, you're still working like I'm working as well, because we got things to do and goals to hit. But I appreciate everybody hopping on. And Oscar, I'll let you wrap this call up. But appreciate each and every one of you guys.
All right, bro. Thank you, thank you, thank you very much, Mr. Julian Kushner. Julian Kushner en la casa, familia, súper agradecidos. Pueden ahí seguir a Julian en Instagram, también como Julian Kushner, siempre con contenido de valor, información de valor. Y nada más los dejo con esto, ¿sí? No hay que escuchar lo que las personas dicen, pero hay que poner más atención a cómo se mueven las personas, a qué es lo que están haciendo. Y pues bueno, ellos vienen de más de creo que casi 3 semanas de gira en Europa, convención, gira en Italia. Esta semana pues estuvo ahí en Miami y ya esta otra semana va a estar en gira en todo Sudamérica. Así que se trata de ver las acciones, ver los movimientos y hacer exactamente lo mismo. Vamos a tener eventos en Argentina, vamos a tener evento en Chile, en Bolivia, vamos a estar en Panamá. Yo voy a estar ahí en Panamá, así que nos vemos muy pronto en Panamá. Vamos a tener evento en México también. Y todo esto es preparando, ¿sí? Todo esto es preparando lo que se viene. Hay una sorpresita, así que todavía no las vamos a lanzar, pero váyanse preparando porque vamos a tener una convención este mismo año, en cuestión de 3 meses, creo que 90 días aproximadamente, se va a estar anunciando muy pronto la ubicación, pero les puedo decir que es en el centro de América, ¿verdad? Y pues que nos vamos a ver muy pronto, es lo que les puedo decir, así que estén atentos a todos los anuncios que se vienen porque vienen cosas gigantescas. Nada más se los dejo ahí picando, se los dejo ahí picando, así que pura vida, mi gente, muy feliz tarde, noche para todos ustedes, que estén increíble y como dijo Julian, a seguir trabajando, que hoy es un sábado de producción. Fuerte abrazo a todos, que estén súper bien y nos vemos en la próxima. Chao.